Hello everyone, working on a 1998 Mercedes-Benz E300 turbo diesel, doing a radiator replacement. Not really for the faint of heart, but anyway, so a little discouraging on how Mercedes did this. They made it certainly difficult. So after you get into this, the first thing you'll want to do is take off your upper radiator support, and you think, oh, this will be great. A couple hoses, bam, she'll pop out. Well, not quite. So the root of the problem was Mercedes made the radiator hold the AC condensing coil on the front by some tabs, and it's a little hard to get to. So the first thing you do, you want to get into this, I think, in my opinion, is you remove this little screw holding this little piece, decoration piece, and you pull it out from the side, and then you lay it back. Then you can get the headlight out. The headlight has headlight is, anyway, when the headlight's in there, there's a big washer and nut here, small nut, and there is a screw under here, and you pull that out, pull the big washer nut. Then there's one screw that drops down into that fixture nut. Then the whole headlight pops out with two connectors. Shit, I'm sorry, holding it wrong here. Two connectors. Headlights come out fast, honestly. Then once that's done, both sides, you can kind of see things, what's going on. And then you got to undo the top of this fan shroud each side, and there's a little plastic cover here that goes over the piece, and you snap that off. Then you got to unbolt the little horn and the bracket that goes down to the where was it? Right there, maybe. And at that point, you can kind of lift these cooling lines gently out of the way, and you can lift out the radiator fan, or the AC fan. Sorry, give me a second here. Then you're left with this horrible piece of shit plastic that your air cleaner takes in. That's your air cleaner intake duct right here, and it goes up and attaches to this horrible little thing. So that thing is wrapped around, it's kind of wrapped around the back side of the condensing coil here. So I snipped it, and then I could kind of lift it out, and it took a little convincing to come out on the driver's side, but eventually got the damn thing out. And of course it's got some cracks. Pretty shitty design. So now we're left with the main situation here. The problem is this AC condensing coil. Let me see if I can get my finger in there to point. This is your AC condensing coil here, and they put this tab off the coil, and it rides in this plastic groove that is, hopefully I can get you a good picture right in there. And there's some little rubber bumpers that it sits in naturally, so vibration is low. And we got the same crap that happens over here, that that little leg of the coil is sitting inside that radiator groove. And if I can get a little shot here. Now, all the AC lines are on this driver's side, so it's fairly simple for the coil to lift up on the passenger side and get unhooked. But on the driver's side, you got to kind of wiggle it and get it out, and you're going to be kind of working there. Okay, so I moved the coil to the passenger side slightly, like that, and then I was able to kind of sneak it past, so you can kind of see how I might be, get in there a little better. You can see that little leg is now past the radiator hook in there, and now you can lift this out of the way, and there it is. It's now in front of the radiator hook. I think that light made it worse. So now the radiator can actually lift up. So it took a little while to figure this out, but so I've got 2 hours so far this morning, maybe 2.5, with a couple of breaks and some cuss words. But I think now that I understand how it goes together, it'll be easier. Now, also remember, any car with an automatic transmission has transmission cooling lines going into the radiator. So down there, you can see the line is broke free on both sides. I don't know if you can see that other one. And so those have to be done first, and there's various little things on the bottom to undo. I loosened, you can see right here, this is your turbo intercooler bracket, and you have to loosen that, because that, of course, that bolts to the radiator onto a piece of plastic, of course. Same thing over here. So all that BS has to come loose, and the radiator then sits in this little, it's got a plastic tang that drops down into this rubber isolator in the bottom of the radiator cross member. And let's see, I think there was a screw, I can't remember, you'll have to look up, I can't remember, check around though. And that's the basics of this thing. Then we can lift this radiator out, which I can't do right now with the phone. Let me try it. Okay, success, everybody, success. She lifted out quite well. So that is what she looks like down in there. And several people I noticed on these forums were trying to replace a fan clutch, which isn't very easy either. These fan clutches use a, oh, what size is this thing? I think it's an 8mm. Oh, there it is right there. Let's see if I can get that in the light. And yeah, it is 8. Sorry, my vision this morning is a little. So you have an 8mm, one center nut. Now I decided now remember these, a lot of times these clutch fans, this will be a left hand thread bolt, so it will tighten that way, and it'll loosen down that way, as I remember correctly. And your fan, is held on by 5 millimeter, which I think, yeah. So your fan is held on by 3 5mm Allens, and you can, I got the fan off by just moving the shroud back a little bit, and I undid the 3 5mm Allens from the front. This guy is a little tough. Last time I did this, I took a wrench and I shortened it just a little bit with an angle grinder cutoff wheel. And then that gave me a little bit more space to get in there. And I also used I used an old jack handle to get on that thing so I could break her free. So I hope this video helps somebody get this nasty radiator out of this car. We like the car, but sometimes that stuff's a little poorly designed. Have a great weekend, folks. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.